And here's pictured Trump's Avengers with one person left, RFK, to see what position or role he'll have in the incoming administration. But with that being said, we have a lot to talk about. So what I want to do is share. Let me share my screen here real quick so you can see. Uh, well, let's just talk about it. Why bother sharing anything when I already know some of it? I know what I want to basically talk about. So the big news today is Matt Gaetz to Attorney General and Tulsi Gabbard, Director of National Intelligence. And I think they're great picks. Tulsi, I'm not surprised. Everybody knew she was going to have uh, everybody thought she was either going to be Secretary of Defense or something, either CIA or this one. It turned out the Director of National Intelligence it is. And the irony behind this is uh, now she's going to be ahead of the people who put her on a no-fly list just because she supported Trump. And that's going to be sweet. Now you have Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz knows what it's like to be falsely accused and to have people come after him because uh, the Democrats and the left have been after him for years. He's strong conservative, America First candidate. Well, not candidate for Attorney General now. What's going to suck is that he's going to be missed in the House because he's a strong presence in the House. So we'll see what happens going forward. Marco Rubio is going to be Secretary of State. So keep it with the same states before I go back to Tulsi. But Marco Rubio is one that people aren't too fond of. They think that because his stance on Israel and he tends to be more of a war hawk. But we know that this doesn't influence Trump. Trump has his beliefs, and you have someone like John Bolton, which nobody liked, but like Trump said, he was able to use Bolton because if he went to a place and they know that he had Bolton with him, Bolton loves war and Trump doesn't, so it's like okay. And already they're going to start smearing Matt Gaetz. Like I said, Rubio, I like it. First Latino in that position. Tulsi Gabbard is going to be very interesting. They're already smearing her. The left are already smearing her. That's you know that's part of the reason why she left the Democrats anyway, is because of her strong character. She, remember, she ran for president. She supported Bernie in 2016 when the RNC did him dirty. She talked to, she outed them, called them out. 2020 ran, called them out. She's the one who nuked Kamala Harris's campaign. And, she was someone that was trying to make peace. As a soldier, she understands what it is to fight overseas and fight in a war zone. And she doesn't want she doesn't want troops to have to go through that. So in turn, like, she did a fact-finding mission in Syria, and what did she get for it? They call her a Russian spy. But when the Democrats have nothing else to go on, this is the stuff they do. Because now they're talking about the same thing. They're saying, "Oh, Trump's going to just appease Putin." But here's the whole thing: if we want peace, you have to give and take. And we know what pushed Putin for war. We may not agree with it, but so she's an interesting choice, and they're already smearing her, so it's not nothing new. Um, then there was a John Ratcliffe for director of CIA, which is going to be very interesting because he's another person who's critical of the CIA. Yeah, he was because he was critical of the whole RussiaGate stuff. Um, you have Vivek and Elon, head of Doge, which is awesome because, like he said at the MSG rally to the was it, I think the CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald, where he said, how much money could he save the federal government? He said $2 trillion, and I believe that. Look what he did with Twitter. Look, he cut Twitter by at least 50%, and nobody notices the difference. So if there's anyone that knows how to get rid of waste, it's Elon. And Vivek, he's a businessman. He's run businesses, so he knows too. So I mean, because there's rumors of him possibly being named to fill JD Vance's seat. So we'll see how that goes. But let me see. I'm going to go through here. Anybody I'm forgetting? I mean, if you go to Truth Social, you'll see Trump makes these announcements. He put a nice thing about Tulsi, and Matt Gaetz talks about how Matt will rule out the systemic corruption at DOJ and return the department to its true mission of fighting crime and upholding our democracy and Constitution. So if you want to get the most up to date, let me show you. Right here. Let's see. There we go. So you can see he wrote a truth post. Here is Marco Rubio. He's from the New York Post. Oh, this guy's great. Scott Jennings. You have to see, if you don't know him, he's one of the lone conservatives that comes on. So this the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, they're knocking him because he's not an insider, a Washington insider. He was just in the military for 20 years. He's fought overseas. He's advocated for soldiers at home. He's a Princeton and a Harvard graduate. So when they tell you that this guy's unqualified, they're blowing smoke up your what. Because he goes, despite his impressive military and educational credentials, which include 2 Ivy League degrees, a history as a combat veteran, and 2 Bronze Stars, basement critics instead focus on Hegseth's regular appearance on Fox News, where he discusses serious issues affecting the country and the military. And it goes, among the other reasons for the opposition include expressing opposition to woke policies at the Pentagon. Hegseth has recommended firing woke generals and loosening the rules of engagement for soldiers in combat. His vision of the military mirrors that of President Trump, who promised to create a warrior board compromising retired military officials to identify his woke military officials. Haskell's disdain for wokeness in the Pentagon made him Trump's favorite choice to head the defense docket. So, that's some good news. So we're still waiting to hear what's going on, like with RFK. What's one of the other people talk about? Kash Patel. They're talking about him for FBI. Rumors on Dan Bongino, obviously for the Secret Service. So we'll see what's going on in the next couple of days. Going to do a live tomorrow. So keep an eye out. Probably give or take around 9 o'clock tomorrow. That's why I figure I'm going to do it. So I just wanted to drop a little video. There's a lot of names going around. Probably go in more detail tomorrow because I'll have someone to bounce ideas back off of instead of just chatting here by myself. So, anyways, uh, have a good one. See you guys tomorrow and be good.